is losing now worse than it was losing back in the day just because of the social media element? I'm just throwing it out there. Even when AJ talks about it and he says, listen, the memes. And when he says the memes, he means it. He knows that on this loss, there's gonna be a barrage of...
Look, I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian jello.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
Come on! That's what we do. This is what we give you. This is the energy. I'm here. I'm ready to pod, bro.
Ah, bro, listen, I'm ready, fam. I'm ready.
Are you
listen,
sure?
guys. Yeah, bro, listen, I'm ready, bro. Yeah? Shouts out to everyone who's returning, the loyal listeners, guys who've been rocking with us for a minute. But also, shout out to the new listeners. Yeah? And if this is the first time you're hearing us, hit like, subscribe, join the family.
All right. Listen, just understand, I never really say what episode we're on, but it's getting monumental, bro. This is episode 95. We have 5 episodes to 100. This has been a crazy run. We're almost there. Now, other pods, let me be real. I'm not pooing on other pods, but some people will use like the watch-alongs or the other shows they do to add to the episodes. We ain't done that.
It's all separate.
It's separate. So we would have been at 100 a long time ago, but we're getting there. You know? Yeah. And there's 2 episodes. I think there's 1 episode still not seen. The Vegas fall asleep episode.
No, that was... Oh, wow.
Yeah. The After Lennox.
We had to abandon that footage.
After Lennox episode, fam. And it's never going to be shown, fam. Maybe we get to 1,000. But, what do you call it? That's crazy.
That's hilarious. You know what? Just for first-time listeners, just so you understand the energy.
Yeah.
When you come into the Undefeated podcast, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not Sky Sports.
Not Sky Sports.
This is not BT Sports.
It's definitely not BT Sports. Hang tight bunch, though.
This ain't even Setanta.
It's definitely not Setanta.
Also hold tight buns, because he was there too.
Buns took that down.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
We keep the energy of the barbershop.
Yep.
Yeah. When we have fighters on our podcast for interviews, it's the barbershop energy. When we talk that stuff, we're not trying to be, safe with our opinions. We're calling it as we see it. You may like it, you may disagree, you may agree. Either way, there's always room for a good conversation.
Damn right. And if you disagree, call in on Monday, fam. Your voice will be heard, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that are going to be in the comment section right now. We're going to read their comments. But I'm telling you, we always want to be educated. Today, you man are done for. Came and gave us that the education about Parker, fam. We'll get to Parker later in the show, but there's so much to discuss, people. Anyway, Trav?
Let's do it, man. Bro, what's your tail of the tape?
Gee, I'm 0-0, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out, and it's not me. That's the energy I'm coming with today, bro. I'm not messing around, bro. And I'm looking. I'm still on the prowl for the fight. Can't find it. No one's ready. Travis?
And you be crushing it in the gym.
Oh, crushing it. Getting mad numbers, bro. Ask Tony.
Tell him, Tony.
No, real talk though, Trav. Let me just get serious right now. What's your tail of the tape, big man?
I'm glad you asked. God didn't make that many things perfect. Except my boxing record, fam.
That's right.
Like 2-0, 50% knockout rate. Half of the men that walked into the room with me, bro, they left on their back.
Bro, you did that. And
my resume is louder than Conor Ben, fam, on the mic.
Oh shit!
That's a bar.
That's a bar, fam. You can get that off. It's a strong bar. No, but seriously, bro, let's get into the comments. Let's get straight into this because I really want to.
You know what? Today. Before we do, just want to shout out Conor Ben though, because I saw he did an interview with Coogan Cass.
Yeah.
And in the interview, it's funny they referenced the skit that we did.
Yeah.
Right. Coogan goes to him, he's like crushing it in the gym, and then Conor goes, "Tell him, Tony."
Nah, that was sick. That's amazing. Still just it's proud moments. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep them coming. So people, when you see it, if we drop a sketch, hit the retweet, man. Show it to somebody, man. You know what I mean? It helps. It goes a long way. Anyway, bro, Boom, straight into it. That's it. October Red. We're gonna start off with her. Quality pod. Honest opinions. I agree with the majority. Loyalty is tricky. Travis was on point. Business, you have to do what's best for your personal interest. Yeah. Very cutthroat, but business is business. Harsh decisions. Here we go. And egos in boxing are a nightmare. So dangerous. No progression in there. A picture may speak 1,000 words, but the video will show the truth. Less talk, more action. Simple. Yes, the viral Ben skit, epic. The Comedy Central one, for me, history with horrid facts meets humor through drunkenness. Who knew this was even possible? Guys, you done know. Innovation is progress. Love.
We've got another one here from Big T.
Read that.
He was saying McCracken is contracted to be at the Olympics, but he's never in the corner, but he's an important member of the AJ team and the Olympic team. Difficult choice. And then he goes, also, don't forget Ben Whittaker when he turns pro. You already know. Hey, come on, man. We already got Ben Whittaker on our radar, bro. He goes, Yard Tunde situation is awkward still because he's Yard's coach and manager. That's 2 different jobs right there and 1 payday for Tunde. Even if Yard got rid of him as a coach, he still has him as a manager, and that can get tricky between them.
Here we go. I got this one from Off the Canvas as well. My brother fasting right now. Big up to you though. Great podcast as usual. The bar increases every time. Just to touch upon Yard and Tunde's situation, this was a great decision that was made. Tunde improved the fighter that had a little to no amateur experience, put him in a position to almost beating the world champion. The Linden fight for me was a draw, but a loss was an unfair conclusion. Some said on Monday Night Smoke that because Yard and Tunde are very close friends, this devalues the authority of what Tunde is teaching. I completely disagree. We no longer live in an army-like generation when the elder says jump and you say how high. You'll get more out of people Yard's age and under if you befriend them and act like an older brother who's opposed to act as an older brother as opposed to a lieutenant teacher giving you the blow dryer treatment. The addition to the news trainer is interesting. As he has got a lot of experience in the game, but I don't know his background too well. He'll be coming in to work with some technical deficiencies of Yard. No trainer knows everything, so that's why they bring in external people to strengthen the camp and not dilute it. Big respect to you guys and the team. Keep up the good work. Hey, my reading is coming together, fam. I've been
yeah,
I'm telling you right now, bro. That dyslexia is gone. Man. Nah, it's still there. Go on.
Captain Al Pacino says, fun fact, Nathan Gorman knocked out David Adelai's opponent in his third pro fight with a body shot. I don't want to see David call out Gorman again. Some fighters just have poor reaction time, and at the age of 24, he should be a lot quicker. His opponent definitely didn't get Frank's email and didn't stick to the plan script. He started doing extra stuff.
No, that opponent, was doing the most, man.
He came to win, bro.
Nah, he has no respect. No, because I think we need to talk about this, actually. Can we start the pod? We're starting the pod.
Let me get one more comment.
Go on.
I like this one still.
Right, cool.
It says, Chill Out 47 says, can't wait till this pandemic eases down and you lads can travel and do your thing. You man were making big waves before this pandemic hit. The road to Vegas, the face-to-face with Lennox and all the guests, even KG and Travis just in the same room together on the pod has a different energy. Respect to Undefeated podcast. You still heard it down this past 1.5 years throughout this madness. Nothing but laughs. I didn't know how to get into the press. I don't know how to get into the press on the AJ versus Fury. Make some calls. The defeaters need you there.
We need us there. Nah. Listen, you lot need to understand this. And me and Travis have made, we're settled with this. We're not meant to be. I believe, this is personally how I feel. It dilutes it if we're up there with them, man, unless they let us be us. That's the main thing. I don't know if we get to, be us.
Whoever we work with to get into those spaces and to be moving in that level, they have to understand we are going to keep the same energy. Because the beauty of us in this sport and having this conversation, and it's something I've said before in the podcast, is that we're comedians outside of this podcast. We have we're doing what we're doing. We do what we love already. This is fun for us.
Yes.
So we don't have to sell in or buy into the political discs. Do you know what I mean? We'll do business. We'll work with anyone.
100%.
But we cannot change.
I'm saying robbery. You see, if I'm sitting inside after seeing what happened with
David Adelaide, don't try and have me sitting there chatting rubbish, bruv.
Because if you
Trevor X will come out, bro.
Hey, the real you, Travis. Let's pretend you worked for. Let's pretend you was working for BT that night, and I want you to be someone that is on the books trying to keep your position. Let's go. So, and the winner, but I think it was a crazy number. He won by like 5 or 6 points. It was mad. The scorecard was crazy. But here we go. David Adelaide. Over to you, Travis. What did you think?
I thought it was a very close fight. I thought it was very competitive. I mean, let's call it. You know, that could have gone either way. You know, because yes, he, David Elliott, he was backed up quite a lot of the fight, and there were a lot of exchanges, and those jabs, they're counting shots. Those are good point scoring shots. So when the judges, they've got a very difficult job. When the judges are having to tally it all up at the end of the fight, it really can go either way. Even though and then the last round, he almost knocked him out.
And
so
what did Trevor say though?
Trevor X.
That's
what I'm hearing now, and I'm just like, it's a flipping robbery, bruv. What is this? This is why people don't watch boxing no more. This is ruining the sport, bro. I want to be happy for David Eden. I can't. I'm not happy for him now. Now I want to see him lose. I want that rematch just to see this guy get what he deserves. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not happy, bro.
That's our last show.
Is there one where you got this one? Go to someone else, bro. Get a camera on my face.
And
man.
when you cut to me, I'm still giving them shock face, so I'm still on that. I'm still giving them shock face. These times I'm supposed to be doing poker face, I'm supposed to be doing. When he's straight at the screen, I can't do that because that on the weekend, was
bro.
It, and you know what it was? It was Frank Warren saying, "I'm losing my grip." David is the next guy.
Remember, he had a prospect losing his first fight, his debut. Sparked out.
Bro, Kawasaki returned, man.
That was Hutchison. No, that was Willie Hutchison.
That's what I'm saying. So we've had Dubois, and then we had Dubois part 2, fam. But what's crazy is, as you said, this is someone that Gorman beat, but Dubois beat Gorman, if we're correct. Yeah? What is David? This is... I'm being real. What is David? Because all I saw, do you know what? And you know what? I haven't been on the ledge in a long time,
Let's go there, bro.
I'm gonna get back to the ledge street, fam.
Let's return to the ledge,
We need to return to the ledge because certain things are not right, and we just have to have it. We need to discuss these things. I was looking at this guy and I said, you know what this is? This is when someone is showboating in the gym for too long. He's got a couple things that you might say, I like that, I like this, but then it was someone that clearly hasn't been tested, but not only hasn't been tested, but he was doing things to almost look good when he wasn't even good. When he's like, I'm waiting. Why are you waiting? Why was you waiting? And
the same shots. He's literally wired to throw lead left, overhand right. And it's just like, big man, where's your jab? Why are you unable to commit to a jab? At this level, you should be sharp.
Why
this is
when
you're so, when you're under tuition. Like, you're learning every fight. This jab is the basic part of the sport.
No, but why are you gun shy? My thing is, why are you gun shy? You have all the tools. You have, listen, the tool belt is there, but all of a sudden you come to the job without a hammer and a screwdriver, fam. What are you doing here, fam? I'm looking at this guy saying to myself, I wanted more. The packaging looked good. All I can say, this is what I break it down to. He's the guy that's turned up to the five-a-side match with the whole kit on, fam. You got the kit on,
the socks,
doing nothing. That's what he did. I'm sorry, bro. I was excited. I said, look at this guy. He does look like because you said, he's giving me Bruno-ish vibes in terms of just stature and vibe. And you say to yourself, you could be very intimidating. But what I was seeing is looking for that same overhand all night, as slow as poison, fam. It was bad, bro. I'm sorry, but I usually don't do this. He's He's relatively new fighter, but I think if he showed more humility in the post-fight talk when he said, yeah, I spoke to my corner told me I'm up on the cards. I don't need to do more. If they told me I need to do more, I would have... No, bruv, don't try it.
Nonsense, bruv. Nonsense. That wasn't enough. That wasn't it, man. And that's annoying to watch. I just don't like to see robberies anymore, man.
Nah, I'm done.
We're watching too much nonsense in boxing these days. The robberies on top of it, it's just too much.
But that journey, man, there's another argument, there's another discussion to have. Has that journeyman put himself in trouble? Because as your role as a journeyman is to continue being allowed to be on a journey. If you're known as a journeyman spoiler, ain't no one gonna hire you.
Well, it depends if he's a journeyman, because he might not see himself as a journeyman.
Let's look at his
record. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get the record up now.
Look at his record.
And just get the guy's name up and just look at his record. Like some people's records are a bit patchy, but at the same time, sorry, forget what I'm saying. That's nuts. That's crazy that this is even happening. So this guy's basically, his record is 10 wins, 22 losses, and 2 draws.
This journeyman was moving nuts. This is what David was. This is what I'm saying, bro. You turn up in the full kit.
Nah, let's be fair though. He might be one of those. Yeah, he might be a journeyman, but he might be one of those journeyman that's like the step up journeyman, the type of guy that you give to your fighter to say, okay, cool, you want to step up, beat this guy, and then we'll go. He's one of those.
Listen to the record. He's 10-22, fam.
He's even tried Muay Thai, and he got knocked out.
What happened with David?
He got knocked out.
No, because David outclassed him. I'm being honest. David outclassed him. I'm sorry, not David. Camille. Outclassed David. I'm sorry. He was on his chest. He was doing the things that, just nice, throwing in headbutts when he could. He was the awkward fighter that David did not want to meet that night.
He was not interested in that type of fight. He thought he was going to come, another tomato can, knock him over. See you later, Frank. Nah, bro. That don't came to win. And this is the problem when you got prospects coming up. It's like, how serious are you taking boxing?
Bro,
how serious is Frank as the promoter with the guys you're matching him up with? Who's he ready for? I don't know. There's so many combos to be had, but 6-0?
Bro, let me tell you who this guy's lost to. He's lost to Sam Sexton, Gary Cornish, twice. He's lost to David Price. Bro, Tom Little, fam.
And Lucas Brown.
No.
Cash Ali.
Get out. I'm telling you right now, yeah. David should have knocked this guy into another century, fam. And Frank Warren should have been walking off celebrating, because Frank Warren said, I've been in the game for 40 years. There's no way my guy loses. I'm going to give him a fighter. He's lost 22 times. He's only knocked out 4 people in his whole career. Let's go. Camille, come on down. And now Camille's messed up his situation, because let's be right. Who's going to bring in a spoiler? Camille, you came there to do a job. You're not meant to do too much, and you went too far.
Mate, now he's got to have the rematch.
Huh?
David has got to rematch him now.
He's not going to rematch him. There's no way.
Nah, I think he has to.
He ain't going to do it. He's not going to do it. Why? Why will I have that rematch? I want it.
Because it's one of those fights where it's like, you got to show everyone, like, okay, cool, that was just a mad night.
I hope it was a mad night. I hope it was a mad night. And you know what? Every day I make my situation even worse with Queensberry heavyweights, bruv. But it is what it is, bruv. When they see me, bruv, look, what does that rush look like? The rush for the Triple D versus and now David. Nah.
I'll tell you what that looks like. It's one of those where as they make their way over, you tell them straight, I've got legal representation. My lawyer, he's already got the drafted email, should anyone touch me. So make your decision. Yeah. Frank will be the one that comes over and says, we can't afford that.
All right.
I'll tell you that. I'm like, big man, my legal team, bro.
Yeah.
They're warm. They're already warm.
I got legal representation. Saying that just before man starts swinging on you is crazy, though. Anyway, I want to move things on, man, onto better, like, beautiful news and excitement. guys, it's fight week. This is fight week. This is the card.
Should before we get there, should we stay on Saturday night's events before we move to the future?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Denzel Bentley, FELIX Cash. Our guy Denzel didn't get the win.
Man. Again.
Man, it was a hard watch, bruv.
It sucked, man. Again, like it felt similar to the Congo one. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know what's weird though? With the Denzel one, yeah. I felt like Congo was in a just something wasn't right in the mind with Congo. Just him walking in. I think it just didn't seem right and stuff. The Denzel one, it didn't feel like that. It just felt like he at that time he was just bested by feet. Like and that's what I just personally. This is like how I just personal feel like. I feel like he was just bested. And it was like there was things that I looked at Denzel. I said, you know what? Add these extra bits to your game. Add these extra elements because again, he's doing the Philly shell and stuff. And there was little things. There was mistakes that he was making that he didn't need to make. That he just needs to fix and correct. Is what I feel. Where I feel there was a mental with the Congo one. I felt there was just a mental block. I don't know, but what was your take?
Yeah, I went back and I watched it yesterday. Again, because I was like, let me just watch it without the excitement of the live anticipation.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, I think what happened was that shot he got caught with in the first round. Like, I think it knocked his confidence because he started off with a fairly decent shape. The shots looked like he had pop in it when he was getting them off. And then it's like he hooked with him at the same time. And it's like, bang, he got the worst of it. And it shook him to his legs. And it's like, you know that moment in a fight where it's like, you realize, whoa, this guy's way stronger than I thought.
Yeah.
Or it's like, he's way stronger than me. Do you know what I mean? I think he probably went into it knowing that this guy was stronger. Cause I think the game plan was clearly to move. Like, be loose.
Awkward.
You know what I mean? Evasive. Yeah, awkward. But then nailed him. And suddenly it's like, in his head, he's thinking, yeesh, like, it might be too much. Second round, he kind of got his feet under him a little bit. Again, like you go back and watch it, he was starting to look good again. He's like, he wasn't getting trapped on the ropes. He was moving quite well. So the attributes, the game plan was clear. You could see what it was. Cash, I really just think it was a case of him being too strong.
I think that I would really go back to the gym and just work a few. That's definite. There's kinks that, because even in the first round, before that moment happened, the way he knocked his head back on the jabs, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I was early and I said, yo, this hair from that first round, I didn't feel comfortable in that fight. I was worried from the first round. I said, and their first little engage, I said, this must be better. So what I'm hoping for, and I know he'll do it because he's dedicated to this thing. In the gym, I would watch that fight back so clinically. Look at that and say, I'd say be extra.
The reason why this one I wouldn't necessarily say go back and watch back, because it's not one of those fights where there's too much to learn, in my opinion. Just because what happened was he didn't get going. Do you see what I'm saying? The strength was he literally was just way stronger than him. He imposed himself on him early on. Once you feel this, when you feel like you don't have the same power or you can't keep him off, your game plan can go out the window, because now it's all about just trying to survive.
How do you beat the stronger man?
You beat the stronger man by establishing yourself a bit early and going in a bit stronger. But I think he might have had the right game plan. Yeah. We never got to see it.
Yeah.
I think what happened when he got caught with that left, that said raw, like that left an imprint. He started to try and get loose again, and it was just like, this guy's a bit too quick. He's I think he might have been quicker than he anticipated, but the strength was always an advantage. And I just think it was one of those nights where it's like, you know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is. We're supporting.
Took the loss. I'll come back again.
We're still supporting. Again, we still support him, man. And hopefully, like, I'm looking forward to seeing when he comes back. So big up to Denzel, man. All the best, bro.
And credit to him as well for how he's taking it in the interviews I've seen him do. Like, no excuses. He's like, look, man, I thought I was getting my feet back under me in like round 3. It wasn't to be. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna come out here and say he did this or he's not that. He's a better man on the night.
He's a champion.
So,
he's a champion.
Credit to him.
And you know what I mean, keep going. But anyway, and that's why I want, you know, what's crazy is I want to move into this thing because I really want to kind of talk about it. Ryan Garcia. Yeah, and then because there's 2 ways, you know, we talk about boxing and obviously we not that we have a job to do, but we just want to chat. We're just fans. When we want to talk, we just want to chat. But then there's another side of boxing and the mental element of boxing and just what it does, mental health and losing. I feel like losing now. This is a take, and I probably should say it for Monday Night Smoke. I'll bring it to Monday Night Smoke. Is losing now worse than it was losing back in the day just because of the social media element? Because they're knowing, I'm just throwing it out there, and this is.
I think it depends who you are. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Just throwing it out there. So, is it worse losing now than it is before? Because it's even when AJ talks about it, and he says, "Listen, the memes," and when he says the memes, he means it. He knows that on this loss, there's gonna be a barrage of like different. Wilder gave us that one when he knocked out, I can't even remember the fighter's name, but the fighter was with his luggage, he was getting on a plane.
Oh, Brazil.
Like, there's been so many different ones, and they just get better. When I think of Dylan White, I always think of Uncle Patrick in the in EastEnders, when he's like, there's moments that just stay with me, and you say to yourself, you don't want that as a fighter, to have that. Even Pacquiao, when he was lying down and then the Simba was on top of him. Like, there's so many.
Yeah. I know.
There's so many. And you, as a fighter, it only takes one, because social media affects all of us. That's the real part. Social media trolls, like, you might get a troll that just tells you to shut up. You get your trolls in here that tell you that, I get
them all the time. They always tell me, I'm racist, or I don't like white fighters.
There you go. You get your trolls, and sometimes on the worst day, that can penetrate. Is the point that I'm making, and somehow Ryan Garcia, that is like, is cream of the crop. Really, he's the kid everyone's excited about. Everyone's like, what's next? And him putting out a fight for mental health reasons. It now just, I'm opening up now. So is it easier to lose back then because of the social media thing not being as much there? Because even the casuals will look at the knockout and laugh and have that as a moment, probably repost it.
But this is if he is scared of losing it. This could be a plethora of different things.
Of course. No, but I just want to ask that question though. Do you think it's worse to lose now than losing than losing back in the day?
It is, but it's also down to what Floyd did to boxing with the whole undefeated thing.
Yeah,
like, that pressure is high because, you know, guys know that once they get that, if they don't have enough clout, there's not really a comeback from that.
Yeah,
but I think we're slowly moving away from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like the undefeated thing carries the same vim that it's used to. It's low. You have guys like Canelo and you've got AJ. They're not undefeated, but they're the face of boxing. Them two, they're the biggest brands in the sport.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't really hold the same weight. Like, when Tyson Fury's like, yeah, he's undefeated, for me that don't mean nothing. Because if I try and hold his career to AJ's, I still have my same stance.
Yeah.
On who's got a better career. So I don't think the undefeated thing carries the same, like, it's on its way down. The stock of the undefeated is on its way down.
But social media's on its way up in terms of it's play in boxing. Yeah,
but I think the social media thing is like, the fact is this: if we're on a wider society scale, mental health has been something that has always been there, but we've brought it to the forefront of mainstream conversation. So now we're aware a lot more of different types of mental health illness, mental health issues people can face. That's a wider society thing. That came up as social media came up. I know there is a link. There has to be a link between the rise of mental health, especially in the younger demographics,
100%,
and social media. You couple that with someone like Ryan Garcia, he is of a really younger generation. He grew up with internet. Yeah. He doesn't know the streets outside. He just grew up with internet, YouTube. That's why his branding is so amazing.
Yes.
So you can say social media could have an influence, or you could say if he wasn't a boxer, he may be going through these same things because of the world that we're in right now. Do you know what I mean? But what I think is good about the fact he's, one, come out and been open about it, in his prime moments. I wouldn't say prime part of his career. He's not really done much just yet, but he's still a superstar on his way anyway. He's trying to light to the reality of athletes going through mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing that he's come out and said, listen, I'm not going to be able to fight feeling the way I'm feeling. So I'm putting it off. Rather than we hear in a biography 10 years time, and he's like, yeah, before that fight, the Fortuna fight, I'd gone through this, I'd lost this relative, and da-da-da-da-da. I wasn't myself, that's why I lost. We don't need to go through that.
Yeah.
Take the time that you need.
I'm with you, but I kind of want to, I do want to dive a little bit deeper into this, the social media element. Because again, it's life. This is real, bro. This is where we are. Like, even when you think of Nate Robinson and what happened to him and against was it Jake Paul?
Jake Paul.
And that was, bro, that is a big embarrassment. Like the world was watching. Was that on the Tyson? Was that on the Mike Tyson? That was on a Mike Tyson undercard. Like, the streets and their friends, everyone was watching. And the knockout was cold. And sometimes our coded mindset is we laugh at shit. Do you know what I mean? But we're not really understanding what this thing is doing to man. That's where I feel that there's a responsibility on us sometimes into what we decide to just ha-ha at times.
Well, we've got to make a decision. This is where I'm going to take a hard line now.
Talk to me, bro.
Because I'm not... You could understand the nature of my personality through this podcast.
Yeah.
I coddle when it's time to coddle, but I take a hard line when it's time to take a hard line.
Yeah.
When you decide to be in the public eye for anything, everything comes. Great and horrible. There's no way to sugarcoat anybody from that.
But why?
Especially casual fans watch boxing for entertainment. Man will tell you, I want knockouts. That's it. We watch boxing and can know the intricacies of the sport. Yeah. Yeah. We have access to certain intel with like athletes. We know the storyline leading up to a fight. Some people just turn it and they watch what's happening on Saturday night. Yeah. They want to see entertainment. Are they going to laugh? Maybe. Social media is a wild place. It's a monster that feeds, and that's it. They want memes, entertainment. It's going to happen. So, on one hand, we say, should we laugh at certain things? Should we do that? Cool. On the other hand, you say, should this person step into this arena? This is it. Because Nate Robinson had no business being in that ring with Jake Paul in any instance. Forget memes. Just for the fact he was in there. It was a horrible mismatch. He signed up clearly for the money. How do you negotiate how he should be received? Yeah. If somebody gets on stage on a comedy show and they've not written one single joke and it's just your regular supply teacher got drunk and found himself on stage and he's chatting rubbish, what do you think the crowd's going to do? They're going to boo. Yeah. It's you know what I mean? We can't protect every element of the world.
It's true. But then it's got that thing where my thing is that be kind. You know, they keep saying there's this thing, be kind. People be kind. Yeah. You don't know what people are going through. Yeah? Yeah. And the other side of it, yes, it's that dirty monster, but then there's the side that says to yourself, if something happens, that's when we all get into oh man, this shouldn't have happened. We need to treat each other better. We need to be more aware. So I get you saying that something comes with a business, but why does sometimes the argument is why though? Why does that have to come with a business? Why do you get to be a dickhead? Because like I'm not just talking of let's take memes out. Saying. Let's just take memes out for a second. I'm talking that because it is, bro, it's a challenge mentally. Let's say like if I come out and make a statement, yeah, which I feel like this is my statement. I feel this is how I feel, and someone else comes in and says, shut up, man, you deserve to die, like, you don't know nothing about this sport, like, why are you even here, rare. On the worst day, if I wake up at the worst time and receive that message, that can change how I lead this day. If I'm not, and a lot of people are fragile. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about a generation of people that have been in a lockdown. We're talking about people that are getting through shit. Do you see what I'm saying? And it just takes one thing. Mental health can happen to anyone. That's the key thing I always say to people. Like, it's obviously in the black community, we never really was embracing mental health before. We thought just talking to a psychiatrist or a thingy was a sign of.
It wasn't even just in the black community alone.
In a lot of
across
communities.
society.
But I'm just talking from mine, from what I'm getting from experience, right? But then it was like, no, just go to church. In what they'll say is, listen, take it to God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's you're a second away from losing it or not being in the right place to respond to that. So sometimes you gotta I'm sitting here kind of challenging the status quo. And I get that some people will come back to me and be like, but you just make jokes about Dubois and all that all the time and stuff. And this is where it's like, it's hard for me to find a medium because sometimes, you know me, I love to get the jokes off. But then the other part of me that cares, it's like, I don't know what to do. And now I feel more equal because we're telling jokes on everyone. There's no boxing group or whoever that we're not going to approach. But then there's that piece there where it's like, yeah, you're doing this, but what about the person? Are you with me? And sometimes I think we just have to be a bit more, as a community, cognizant.
I hear you. I do hear you. And I don't want to sound dismissive, but how wide can this scope possibly go in a realistic way?
I don't know.
Like, let's be real. Like, it doesn't take what you decide is offensive or not offensive is not going to be the same for everyone.
Yeah.
What someone decides, you got on stage and a guy heckled you and you got back, but your response was way better than his, and now he feels like crap. What are we gonna say now? You should just let this joke fly because you could take it. There is no way to have a blanket set of rules for how we are going to navigate and treat people.
It's real.
But what we need to do is understand this. We have to respect that people have to be able to take time out and protect themselves.
Yeah.
If you decide to take a job that requires you to be on stage and be a people-facing profession, whether it's sports, entertainment, whatever it is, you got to know and be prepared for what happens out there. Because society and social media, especially the internet, is the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
You could get a whole lot of love and you could also get a whole lot of hate.
Yeah. And I think
when I get on stage, I know every single time, no matter how much stuff I've done, no matter how much people might respect what I do on stage, I could get booed on stage tonight.
Yeah. I think even Trav, I think you got to take it down to even lower form, because everyone is a walking brand nowadays. And I saw this document. It was like London. It was talking about how we reacted to COVID. It was a report, right? And the things that like young people and people are just most aware of was bullying. You know what I mean? Bullying and this, that, and that's coming from a social, because I would say, as you said, knowing when to sign off and say I need to take time for myself from everyone, not just like at the top, because we are all walking brands. Anyone can come and speak about your life. Before, you'd need to be famous for someone to care, but
to have that,
people are walking around with 1,000 followers and you just live your own life. You go to work 9 to 5. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think there's that where you got to say to yourself, you almost have to now protect yourself and say where you need to disconnect from this unreal place. It's important. You know,
it's very important, bro.
It's important.
Like, bro. I've had people say to me, "Oh, Trav, you're not really that active on your Instagram. Like, if you could post more sketches, bro, trust me, this and that." And I'm like, bro, like, when I'm on it, I'm on it. When I'm not gonna force it. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna do anything that I don't 100% commit to. Yeah. Because once I'm in that place, I'm in a vulnerable space. Yeah. And I'm not on it. I'm not on it. I'm not going to do that. I have to make sure that I keep myself. There's a lot of people relying on me to be operating on 100. Yeah. So when I need to take time out to be for my nearest and dearest, I don't mess around on that. So if that means my social media don't pop, brother, that's okay by me. And I think that's refreshing. I think as Ryan Garcia's done it, we need to do that. And I think we have a responsibility, because you know me already. If I feel that I need that family time, I just need to chill, wife and kid. You know me. I ain't picking up my phone. Important. I'm done. I disconnect because I know I will just say, "Raw, what's going on? How do you feel right now?" "You okay? Get out." Do you know what I mean? You need that time. You just need to lie down. And I think people, if more people start to become aware of that, because
we are in a new age, and we don't know what 10, 15 years from now, we'll know what social media's done to this generation, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so
That's
new.
real.
It's so new that we haven't really seen the effects, but it's good that, again, these young fighters, these young people, I don't know. This is just, again, we're in our speculation bag. Do you know what I mean? We don't know what his reasons are, but credit to Ryan Garcia for doing that, and I hope he comes back stronger. For real. Let's go.
Just a light-hearted story in between before we get to the fight week stuff.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, what a character. So he bought he a little while ago there was a video of him getting into a fight with an old man, and people were like, "Raw, like that's crazy, bro. How can you do that?" He's now bought that pub, and he's banned the old man from attending the pub.
And that's that
guy.
That
brother, that guy's
local.
weekly. He's local, you know.
Whoa. Do you know what's nuts? And he's not gonna be there. He's probably left the same people in charge. He just bought it, and he said he is barred.
He can't come.
You know what's mad? Do you know, if I'm that guy, all I'll be doing is watching the Khabib fight over and over again.
I'll get a big screen. No, I'll get a big screen out the front and broadcast the Khabib fight religiously, fam. Nah,
Right now,
that's tough though. But, and the maddest thing is, it's like, if you got beef with Conor McGregor,
yeah,
and your sons ain't about it, you just gotta let that beef happen.
Nah, that's when you gotta get. You gotta get into your bag of right now. It's a declaration of war. If you kick, like
you're taking my local escape from the family, fam.
And this is because obviously you have to understand, the white working class like pub community. That shit is like going to the palace, fam. That's their shit. Yeah, that's like me saying to you, I don't know what's the equivalent for us. It's the barbershop, probably.
No, it's not, bro. You'd be surprised, bro. Man, there's pubs at there's Jamaican pubs.
Oh,
you seen them around.
A lot of them have been
They get
closed.
into their pub bag as well, bro. It's not even just...
A lot of them have been closed still. I don't know, like, because we had a few on Cold Harbour Lane as well. There's one that...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those pubs are there. There's like one in New Cross. I know there's they're about, bro. The Rising Sun. Yeah, bro.
No, but I'm saying
it's not even just the white guy. It's everyone loves their pub, bro.
I don't know. Again, I never came from that pub community. But go on.
But then the maddest thing is this year, you got a man who goes to his pub probably 3-4 times a week, fam, just to sit down and that's where he meets his friends. And you've taken that out of his life.
No, you can't do that.
That is so cruel, fam.
No, you can't do that. I think they got to sort it out. But Conor McGregor doesn't seem like the kind of guy.
He's not a reasonable man, fam.
Yeah, he doesn't seem reasonable, fam. Jam. Even buying the space is a proper dickhead move, innit? That's like there's petty levels in there. I think that's number one in chief pettiness. But if I'm the guy, every day I'm posting Khabib pictures or whatever. I'm doing something because I can't just through the letterbox of the pub if they got one. You know what I mean?
But to be fair, you can't even mess around like that, fam. You could get beat up still. Like if you're doing that and Conor McGregor's boys are in there, it could just get nuts. And you're already an elderly guy. You might just have to relocate your ventures and go to another pub, fam.
All my friends are in there, Trav. My friends are in there. Do you know how it is to start new friends at my old age? I'm setting my ways, bro. You got a phone Gareth and just tell him, look, man, round up the boys and let's go down the road. Nah, mate, we like this place.
It's like, oh, that pub stinks, man. You know it stinks in there.
Nah, Conor, man.
That's tough, man.
I think he needs to do. He needs to start a petition so they can talk about it in Parliament and just try and get Conor to just allow him, man. Real talk, something's got to be done, fam. Because he needs to just allow it. So everyone needs to tweet Conor and say, "Allow the old man, let him back in."
Techie.
But yeah, let's go. Deontay Wilder's back, by the way.
Say again?
Deontay Wilder's back.
Yeah, I see the post still. He's to be fair, he looks in shape. His legs look mad skinny, but his legs were always skinny, so it's not like he's new. But he's back training with Malik Scott. No fight announcement yet. But I mean, what do you expect from Deontay Wilder now at this stage of his career?
I expect some activity. Actually, I expect that he's gonna say to himself, "Hey, I hope that he's offended. I really hope that he's saying, is this how them men are talking about me? What?
Yeah.
I hope that's what's happening. I hope that we have ignited a fire. When I say we, I'm talking about the boxing community on a whole has said, you know what? Because everyone's cast aspersions on is he the man? Is his record even something to even talk about? Is he the most dangerous hit? Like, remember what I was saying before? How they talking about before? Is he that? Now, if he comes back and again, the fights are there, bro. The fights, Ruiz is in amazing shape, by the way. If he gets a Ruiz fight, if he fights Dillian White, if he fights AJ, he can really cement himself because let's be real, he's held that title for a long time. If he comes back and mashes his work, we respect the record. The record will now become relevant again. Right now, the record is insignificant. If he gets a win over AJ, a win over Usyk, these kind of wins, all of a sudden we say, yo, look at the resume now. The resume plus all those defenses, it looks different. I would love to see him back because heavyweight boxing needs it. Is he good enough?
Yeah.
I don't say the jury's out. The jury's made a verdict, but he can come and, you know what I mean, he can appeal.
I think we just need to see him knock somebody out again and then the training will start again. Like, that's how fickle the game is. I just think, you know what? How old is he now? He's getting up in the years.
34,
so,
I think.
Yeah,
Wait,
30. Nah, bro. He's like 36. 34, like 35.
There you go.
Yeah, he's 35. That's not young stuff, bro. Anything can go at those ages there.
Yeah.
Prime athlete sports, those are not... You're in a dangerous zone. You're in a twilight zone. Whereas, like, at any moment, you could lose something. I remember Bernard Hopkins saying, he goes, at the age I'm at now, because he boxed mad up into his years. He's like, the age I'm at now, every year I lose something.
Yeah. So
when I'm in the gym, I'm preparing for something that's going to go and how I'm going to react to it. That's a crazy thing to be dealing with.
But you know,
age is crazy.
Is that only he's done 150 rounds altogether in his career?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's had 42 fights and a lot easy. Like, I don't think he's got real mileage though. I feel like
it's not about mileage, fam. Father Time zaps you like that. Your body. Some people just have a clock and that's it. You get to 35 and that might just be the time when you lose it.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, he retired at the right time. Because the cracks was starting to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you watch Floyd consistently for his whole career, you saw when the little reaction times was getting a little slower, getting caught with some shots that, you know what I mean? It happens to everybody. So, I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see what he looks like. But right now, fight week, bro. Very exciting time. I'm like, Chisora Parker, Eubank Jr., Craig Richards, Natasha Jonas, Katie Taylor, Tennyson. it's a packed card.
And let me say this right now so people understand. I'm back in Natasha Jonas.
Should this card have been a pay-per-view in your opinion?
No. But we want to pay these fighters, bro. If these fighters need to get paid,
why do you say no?
Again, like, because it's not going anywhere, if that makes sense. In terms of the only fight that has something on it is Bivol versus Craig Richards.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor. I think I'm just off the Katie Taylor hype train. After them Pursuing fights and stuff, I just look at her and I'm like, nah, man. Do you know what I mean? I think she should have lost her title she should have lost the title 2 fights ago, probably. Even definitely in the last one. And I feel like it's that what you talk about David, where the protection comes and it's like, I just want to lose now because I'm not behind. Like, I'm done with this thing. And yes, she's been amazing for women's boxing and stuff. But sometimes you can't protect the big fish like that and take out the competition. This is the same thing they're talking about ESL, saying it's not competitive. You're removing competition. She got beat. Yeah, let her lose. Let her come back and win her titles. It's a better story. No, we're not doing that. Now, when you talk about Dylan and Parker, Chisora versus Parker, Parker's just disappointed each time I've seen him in the UK fighting. I've not been like that impressed. You know, and there's so many things that they say about him. Amazing hand speed, better boxer, more technically gifted. But I've not seen that. I've not seen that. I look at Parker and say, where's the heart? Then you look at CHISORA. Even if CHISORA wins, where does he go with this win? And where does Parker go with this win? It's not like you say, hey, now you deserve Usyk again, or you deserve, where do you go? It's not like you say, let's get him in there with Dylan again. No, we don't want to see that. So this is just fighting for ticking over sake. As a boxing fan, I'm here for it. It should just be available. It should be available to us. But they stack the card. If Eddie stacks the card and we believe in these fighters getting paid, pay them their money. Make it pay-per-view.
The reason why I'm not too mad about it being pay-per-view is because I think it's gonna be an entertaining card. Yeah, it's an action-packed card. Like, okay, cool. I understand the title argument, and anybody who says it shouldn't be pay-per-view, I don't even disagree with you. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's gonna be a good value for money.
100% great value.
Do you know what I mean? Because CHISORA and Parker, that's gonna be a good tear up. I don't think anyone's getting sparked out inside 5. We're gonna get a long night of some rugged heavyweight boxing in there. You got Chris Eubank Jr. coming back. He's always good entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Whether or not we like him or respect him or think he's world class, he's always good. Roy Jones is going to be in the corner. It's a spectacle to see.
Even better.
Craig Richards taking on Bivol.
Oh.
All right. All right.
It doesn't make me feel like, how could you charge me for this? Like, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, no, there's actually a lot of good boxing on tonight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not mad about the pay-per-view thing at all.
I'm paying. Yeah. Listen, I'll pay. I'm not even gonna pay begrudgingly. There's fights that I pay for. Like,
yeah, like I'm quite comfortable paying for it.
Yeah, I'm nice.
But like, so let's talk now. Predictions. You Man Are Done For has absolutely spun Joseph Parker out of the park as far as believing in him winning the fight. Because I originally felt like, you know, he's gonna outbox CHISORA. Going to win on points. But when you start to factor in that CHISORA's got a bit of a dog in him in terms of the fight, and Joseph Parker mentally, I don't know if he's the strongest.
That's what I'm saying.
And if it's a dog fight, I think CHISORA might be up for it.
I'm telling you, bruv. I'm CHISORA all the way. Del Boy, as he walks in, I'll be shouting Del Boy from like all night, bruv. Del Boy takes it for me. And I hope that he fights better than... I hope he fights better than he did versus Usyk. I thought that.
The Usyk thing is like, that's a novelty opponent. Parker is nothing like Usyk.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because fact is, if CHISORA fought Dillian White the same night he fought Usyk, it'd be another war.
Yeah.
But that type of opponent is never gonna be good for CHISORA.
Yeah. And this is why I just don't fancy Parker. I'm open to Parker surprising me and doing a madness because I would love to see it. I would, you know what I mean? I think there's more stock in a Parker win than a Del Boy win because there's nothing that you can say. Give Parker another try.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? It makes more sense but Del Boy, man, just because he's wild. Like I love how he moves. I love how he goes on. The time me and you used to always say that we'd love to see him with a title or in a title fight. That's gone now. I don't feel that way. I'm like, Del Boy, make your money, man. And he's made a lot of money. You know what I mean? So
true.
Strength to him.
NATASHA Jonas, I really want her to do it. Do you know what I mean? We had a good conversation with NATASHA Jonas. I'd love to see her pull out the victory, man. That would be fantastic.
And she's been waiting for this moment. You know, when we spoke to her in our Red Corner interview, she spoke about not being a face, not being overlooked for opportunities. So she's been training. She's been waiting for this moment. You know what I mean? Her family have been waiting for this moment. She's been told no so many times. And I feel like this is her moment to get it. So there's 100% brethren bias in this one. But I do feel that Katie Taylor... Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
I do feel like Katie Taylor's not invincible. It's like
she isn't.
What they were saying about her before. And yes, she can fight. Katie, like, let me not disrespect her at all. Katie can fight. She picks great shots. She's she's accurate. She's very accurate, and that's probably why she wins so much on points as well. She knows, and when she does want to turn it up, she can. She's got heart. She's got a lot of things that you can enjoy about her, you know. But I don't think she's invincible, and this is why I'm here for Natasha.
Yeah, I like to see the apple cart switched up every once in a while.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for Natasha as well.
Bro.
Like Eubank Jr., I see Eubank Jr. blowing through this guy.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? But you know what the thing is with Eubank Jr. is that his wins are a little bit more complex because it's not really about whether or not he blows him out. It's how he looks blowing him out.
Yeah.
Because he has to look levels above. He has to show that he's now straight. This was a moment straight back up to that level.
Enough to get the attention of the Canelos, to get the attention of Canelos and Billy Joes of this world.
The Charlos.
Enough of that.
Andrade, even. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential fights out there for him.
I just don't even like him versus Andrade, you know.
You know, at the end of the day, if he wants a title, he's gonna have to go through a champion. So it's not even about whether or not it's a good look for him or what. It's got to happen. And then we've got the Craig Richards. Craig Richards, bro. Like,
radio silence Richards right now because we're not contacting him.
We're not contacting him. We don't want to have any conversations with, because there's talk now of there being a Monday Night Smoke curse.
Yeah, man. I don't even know how they created that, fam.
We're 0-2.
No, we're not.
Because we spoke to Congo the week of the fight, and we spoke to Denzel Bentley the week of the fight, and they both lost.
Did we speak to Lawrence?
No. We spoke to him after. So now there's like a thing of there being a curse on the Monday Night Smoke interview pre-fight. I don't know when we're going to dip our toe in again, but
we're not going to do it anymore.
We thought it best to leave Craig Richards alone this week.
We're not going to talk to people we could have fight
next Monday.
Yeah, we're not going to talk to people we could have fight anymore. We're going to leave that.
Once he wins us a bag, that phone call's going to be a wonderful one.
And it's so crazy because I know Dan Aziz is betting with us that night as well. Dan Aziz,
yeah, bro. Yeah.
Dan, hold tight. Don't put on. Wait for tomorrow because this comes out. Yeah, wait till tomorrow, and then do the bet then, bro. But again, people, when the fun stops, stop. That's what North Bank Brand told us.
North Bank Brand said that clearly. And listen, don't feel like you need to be doing this. If this is not something that you're comfortable doing, don't.
We're doing this for pure entertainment of ourselves.
We're doing this for you guys. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna know the stakes that we're under when we watch this fight.
Yeah. Because this is definitely like my bet. I've never made a bet before. I've never been into a shop I've never put money down on anything. So just so you understand, but it's just literally, one, it's my friend. Two, I just thought it'll be entertaining. Do you know what I mean? So literally, we're doing this for the sake of your entertainment. Should I talk to my missus about it? Probably. That's
funny.
But yeah, it is what it is. Bivo is a good fighter. He's a good fighter, man. Bivo's a good fighter, you know what I mean? And again, it's one of those fights where, because I do want to just put this money down, I'm just choosing to overlook all the great things that he does when he fights.
Fact is, but let's talk about this now, yeah?
Talk it to me.
He hasn't been in the ring for 18 months.
Yes.
That's coming up to 2 years.
It's a long time.
Richards was just out the other day against Shakan Pitters.
Yeah.
It's a big jump on Craig Richards' side. You say it's early in his career. He should have done a couple of things beforehand. Cool. You also say this is the best time to fight Bivol.
Yeah.
Ring rust happens to everybody.
Ring rust. And
Do you see what I'm saying?
I hope
and
it's mad rust.
And if Craig Richards has stepped up in the way that he says he has, and he's not someone who talks and I just think, oh, you're chatting crap. He's got a certain seriousness in his face here, and his eye. It's like I'm like, everything you're saying is making sense.
Bro,
at this point, all I am is observing.
I'll cry, if he wins that title, yeah.
Oh, bro.
Do you know why?
Honestly,
because this is
Craig Richards could tell me the sky is purple, and I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
You know what? You're right. I see it. Because that lets me know that. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
No, but the journey, you see when you and just shouting out a few black dons as well. Daniel Kaluuya, fam, he's gone out and won an Oscar, and I feel like that's amazing. You know when it's a long grind and you kind of watch someone from afar. Craig Richards I've been able to watch a bit closer, and I'm saying to you that this man has said that he's wanted this from back then. I hope we have a Monday Night Smoke and we're talking to Craig and he's like, I did it. The police are mine. And obviously we have a lot of money as well. But it's not even about that. Like it'll be more
It's true.
It'll be more so this journey and believing in yourself. And the next person that says, you know, I'm gonna believe, like, I'm all for that. I'm all for people saying, not even just betting, but betting on yourself. You know what I mean? And that's, if you ask me my honest feelings, that even with this podcast, and I always hope that we do that, I really hope that people like take a gamble on themselves. I love the fact that Off the Canvas has got a podcast. I love the fact that October is doing her thing. I love the fact that Bass is becoming a name, and hopefully he does something. All these people that are doing something, I like is you almost say you should be a positive impact on your community, right? Do you know what I mean? And all I want to see, because so many times in life, and this is what happens, social media and all this other stuff, there's so many people that say you can't do shit, bro. There's so many people, the naysayers, and then you convince yourself to not chase shit. Do you know what I mean?
And not try.
Not try. And I don't, because the almost the ability within is crazy. So if Craig, I hope he does it. And just even if it's not even about Craig, I hope people just start to ignite and start to believe in yourself, bro, because it's amazing what you can do. They say the most potential's found at the graveside, fam. That's where the potential was, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is, and it's like a lot of people battle with confidence issues.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of at like, you know, or feel like, how do I start? Where do I start trying to address that? This is how I feel about myself. It starts with small wins. Small wins. Over these years, with our journey in our career, we've had moments where we've had to have that. So every time I get on stage, there's always that little feeling of, I don't know if you've chosen the right jokes tonight, you know? Yeah. Like, I feel the same things. Yeah. But I'm now almost used to hearing it. I expect that voice. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that starts with pushing yourself into environments and situations that don't always make you comfortable. Yeah. And feeling those doubts and pushing through and doing it anyway. You're not always going to win. It's not always going to work out. But every single time you hear that feeling of negativity and doubt, and you go, I'm going to find out if I can. Yeah. And then you do it, it does something to you. And guess what? You build on that and it keeps going. And this could be small stuff like going to the gym on Monday and then going again on Tuesday and then going again. And now you're looking back thinking, right, I've made gains. Yeah. It starts with small wins. So whatever it is, the equivalent that is in your life, practice that muscle. You can do it. So when Craig Richards looks us in the face and says, yo, why can't I do it? I say, you know what, brother? Go ahead.
Go ahead, fam. Literally.
Prove them wrong, fam.
Listen, that's it. That's it.
That's that. We peaked. We're not getting better than that. Let's get out of here.
No, seriously, people, Saturday, we will be here live. Yeah. Waiting for you. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be here. We are super, super excited. We can't wait. And yeah, literally, it's a see you then.
For real. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Take care. Have a great week. I'm Travis J.
And I'm KG.
Peace.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.
I liked it still.
Yeah, same.
I liked it. Very nice, very clean.